way more interesting, which, we can break it down right here. As you can see, the Explorer metagame for that tournament, pretty interesting and pretty solid overall. Only a quarter of the field on one deck, and the field was pretty evenly split, I would say, in general. Obviously, Abzan Greasefang, very strong deck overall. Coming in second was the Rakdos decks, which I would actually combine these, Rakdos Sacrifice and Rakdos Midrange. I think that they have enough of an overlap where you can probably excuse me, where you can probably say that they are about the same. But everything else, just a really weird deck. Like, I've never heard of Team or Transmogrify before this this tournament. There was an Enigmatic Incarnation combo, Jund Creativity, Orzhov Midrange, Selesnya Angels, and then an absolute Chad after my heart submitted Mono Red Fires. But it's not a normal Mono Red Fires build. I'm gonna talk over that in just a little bit. Also, I am dropping frames like crazy for some reason. I swear to God, if my computer is dying, I am going to lose it. Anyways, in comparison, the standard metagame, yeah, this was it. About 70% of one deck, the remaining 30% of players. Yeah. Pretty much all variations of mid-range and whatnot. Standard's not in a healthy place right now. Wizards really needs to fix this, unfortunately. But let's talk about the decks of Explorer, because Explorer, I haven't watched the entirety of the Explorer portion of the World Championship, but I do know that there was some pretty awesome stuff that happened with the Explorer deck list. Like, for instance, we have, let me see here. Can I pull up the... Yeah, so these were the top four players. This was their Nathan Struer, Eli Casis, Jacob, and Carl. All four of these guys, very well done locking in their top four, which very well done by them. They got a shit ton of money. And also Stewart ended up taking it all off of the back of, unfortunately, his opponent just kind of getting screwed out in the final match. Stewart did eventually manage to win the tournament. He's going to be on a Magic card in the future, so congrats to him. But I think the real story of the historic rounds was Simon Gortson. And I'm not saying that because he piloted Mono Red Fires. I'm saying it because he went from a 3-point, at the end of the first day, round 8 was the final round of the first day. He only had one match win. He went, and at the end of round 14, which was the end of the historic rounds for the second day, he managed to go up to 15 points. He managed to go 4-2, very surprisingly, during the historic rounds, with perhaps the most bizarre build of Mono Red Fires I could have ever seen, or I've seen so far. And that's not really saying much because I don't see a whole lot of Mono Red Fires in general, but Mono Red, they did a video with him explaining sort of how he got to the Mono Red Fires build that he did. And apparently he watched the same series that I did on-channel fireball with aspiring spike, showing the world that aspiring spike definitely has a couple of interesting brews that people can take all sorts of ways. And this is his own little spin on it. So we see the 4 Bone Crusher Giants, 4 Cavalier of Flame, Chandras, Karns, the Cleansing Wildfires, Darksteel Citadels, the Fires and Fables, and the Darksteel Citadels, and then we also have Cataracts, Fields of Ruins, Zens, and the Sokenzon. That's all pretty much stock, what I would consider stock standard. Something to point out, though, in comparison with my build, something that or my original build, which I would later, change and whatnot. Something that he's not running is Light Up the Nights. He's not, or Golos, or the Blast Zone. Which I'm very shocked to see, or the Valakut Awakenings. I'm very shocked to see that he decided to cut all of that, and instead he went with 3 main deck Anger of the Gods, and 2 Terror of the Peaks, and a Frostbite as his, a single Frostbite as his removal. I looked at all that and I was like, this dude is insane. He's probably not going to do very well because honestly, I just felt like he was giving up a lot of value. Like, Light Up the Night is very good at all spots of the game. Frostbite, it's not exactly while it's a great while it's a great instant, I think a lot of, or in one of Spike's newer builds, he ended up cutting the Light Up the Nights for Strangles, which is a 3 damage all the time, but it's a sorcery. I think that Frostbite is probably the better choice over Strangle, but at the same time, it's like, you're only ever going to deal 3 damage. You can theoretically kill your opponent with the Light Up the Night by going face. Frostbite, you can't go to face. So I'm like, I was a little off on that. Then I saw the full 4 Darksteel Citadels, and I was like, okay, if he runs into any sort of white decks, those Darksteel Citadels are going by in a hurry. In addition, the 3 main deck Anger of the Gods I felt was super weird, and then the 2 Terror of the Peaks, I was like, Terror of the Peaks is a cute card. I don't think it's going to work very well, but he managed to take it to a 4-2 finish, so my hat's off to him. The sideboard is pretty, I would honestly say this is a very interesting sideboard. So he doesn't run Soul Guide Lantern, which is the first thing that I noticed, was that there was no Soul Guide Lantern. Instead, he decides to go with Tormod's Crypt as one of his graveyard exile. He also goes double Grafdigger's Cage and a Weathered Runestone, which I thought was super interesting. Which, I mean, does make sense. In my build, I run double Weathered Runestone, no Grafdigger's Cage, mostly because I feel like, especially against the Greasefang matchups, being able to put in one of your graveyard hate cards is actually pretty relevant. In addition, he doesn't run the Damping Sphere, which makes sense because Lotus Field combo isn't completely in yet. Although I would imagine once Lotus Field starts to get in and people like start finding a new optimal build for this sort of meta, I feel like Damping Sphere is probably going to be in. But instead, he goes like, he has 4 Robbers of the Rich, which he can afford since he's already cutting, he's basically cutting the Anger of the Gods out of his, or most of the Anger of the Gods. He still has 1 left in his sideboard that he can't, or that he can't grab out of his sideboard. He also has 4 Robbers of the Rich, which is super interesting, and I wonder how much that comes up. I think I might be playing this build today just to see how it performs. But yeah, outside of that, it's all very weird, very strange. Like, he commits 6 slots to never be able to Karn for, but everything else is like, there's very much a reason why for it. Combustible Gear Hulk, Treasure Vault, Golos, Pithing Needle, Weathered Runestone, Double Graph Diggers, Sky Sovereign, and the Tormod's Crypt. So, you know what? It's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna try it today, but you know, we'll see. Anyways, Drew Baker, who I'm not sure how he performed in the... Let's see here. Let's see. Can we find... So he had 9 match points going into Historic. He ended up with 15, meaning he went 2-4. So his Orzhov mid-range didn't exactly go the way that he wanted it to. He qualified, qualifying through the Challenger leaderboard. This is also a Karn deck, as you can clearly see, with God Pharaoh Statue, Meteor Golem, Cataclysmic Gear Hulk, Sky Sovereign, Glasket, the Bank Buster, Unlicensed Hearse, Weathered Runestone, Pithing Needle, Crypt, and Vault. But it just looks like sort of a white good stuff deck with just black for Fatal Push. I'd really argue on labeling it Orzhov mid-range, but pretty much this is just a good stuff deck that looks to maybe loop a couple of cards. It's not super great. Probably the end goal is to use the Wandering Emperor to like just and ECD to just dirt out a ton of advantage. Like, Yorion's largely, I don't know. It's largely, I think, a victim of itself, this deck. Like, it's got some cool ideas, but you're really not going to be doing too much with it. Especially with, like, the one of Castle Ardent Vale. I'd probably would think that you would want 2 or 3 of these, just so that way you could consistently hit it. But yeah, it just looks like to be a deck that looks to overload or dirt out a long game that your opponent really can't seem to answer with normal removal. The thing is, though, is that all these creatures except Sarah Paragon die to Anger of the Gods. So it's really not... this deck doesn't really seem to do very well. Simon Nielsen. Now, I did see this deck in action, and this deck was sick. So he ended day 1 with 9 points, meaning 3 match wins. Nielsen, he ended with 21. So, quick math here. So he also went 4-2 with Temur Transmogrify, and if it's exactly what it is on the tin. It is another Transmogrify deck. However, instead of I believe it's the what's the Agent of Treachery? I'm not sure if Agent of Treachery is banned yet in this deck, or in Explorer yet. But instead, the aim of this deck is to transmogrify into Titan of Industry, which is the only creature that you can transmogrify into. And basically, this just nets you a crap ton of power, a crap ton of stats. Like, it's a good transmogrify target. I would imagine that you would want to go a little bit bigger than this. Like, you could probably transmogrify into an Eldrazi if you wanted to. But yeah, it has a couple of ways to get there. You have Eskia's Chariot and Courier Briefcases to make some tokens with. You also have Fable of the Mirror Breaker to make tokens with, or a Shark Typhoon. The Akroan War you can also use with its Chapter 1 ability to use as a transmogrify target, so you can use your own opponent's stuff. And also Careful Cultivation. The rest of these are removal / permission, and a little bit of card draw. And obviously you don't want to draw the Titan of Industry, that would really suck. So I believe there's a couple of ways to ramp up to Transmogrify. But yeah, your sideboard plan actually nets you more Transmogrify targets as well with the double Hornet Queen. But largely speaking, it's just more ways to protect your stuff, more ways to have permission, more ways to deal with certain stuff. Like, it's just you can transform into a more controlling deck, which still has the capability of transmogrifying. Jund Creativity, Hisamachi. Okay, so he was another one of the 1 in X's at the end of day 1. Unfortunately, it looks like he only won one other match with Jund Creativity, and I can kind of see why. Jund in this format is a very strong color combination. It just doesn't really have an end goal, but the ability to use Indomitable Creativity is very strong. But you normally see creativity decks in Izzet shells. But I mean, also being able to, with Diregraph Rebirth, your Titan of Industry, pitch Thought Seizing yourself and getting rid of, or Thought Seizing yourself for your Titan of Creativity, and then Diregraph Rebirthing is a line that I immediately see that you can do. Big scoring Titan of Industry as well, so that way you can Diregraph Rebirth. It looks like there's 2 plans here, and I'm not exactly sure how strong either of them are. Honestly, I would probably have put in the Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger in the main deck for Indomitable Creativity. But yeah, largely speaking, this is a sort of a listless Jund deck, unfortunately. But yeah, this is more of a mid-range with a combo finish, and unfortunately, I think if you're doing a mid-range deck, it's probably better to fully commit to the mid-range plan rather than go mid-range into combo. There was only one other deck that I can think of that actually successfully did mid-range into a combo finish, and that was the old Tarmo Twin deck back in the day, which used Tarmogoyf and either Splinter Twin or Kiki Jiki, and attached. The Splinter Twin was frequently attached to the Tarmogoyf, so that way you could have a ton of Tarmogoyfs, but you also just had the infinite combo. of Kiki Jiki Pestermite. So Yenim Z, he brought in Enigmatic Incarnation. He started, or he finished with 18 points, and he started with 9. So he went 3-3, it looks like. Or no, or 3-3 for the round 14. Honestly, Enigmatic Incarnation is a pretty weird enchantment, because it is very similar to the old Birthing Pod decks, and I'm not exactly sure. I'm not quite sure how well it could perform, like in general. But you see, there's a ton of 1-drops. There's a ton of 1-drops for creatures, except for Omnath. And then you have just all of these enchantments, including fires. You have Omens, you have Havens, you have the Urban Utopias. Like, it looks like you're never hitting above... Well, with Leyline Binding, you can go to 7 for your one of Titan of Industry. But outside of that, you're not able to hit above a 5, which your only hit for 5 is Tulsamir. Although I guess that means Enigmatic Incarnation or Incarnationing itself Aura Fires, which isn't exactly optimal. It's just really tough to say what this deck could be. And then we have Selesnya Angels, which really just sort of looks like the old Angel decks. It's using Prosperous Innkeeper and Collected Company as its green splashes, but everything else looks about the same. And then we have a true Jund mid-range deck. Okay. So, yeah, this is just straight up the good old Jund Mount mid-range. You have Graveyards, you have Blood Tithe Harvesters, Kroxa, Bone Crushers, Lilianas, Thoughtseizes, Chariots, Fables, PWK, Fatal Pushes, and Heartless Act. And then in the sideboard, you just have sort of more of the same. You have a 2 of Terra Sunder, some Culling Rituals, and just a lot of like good sideboard cards. And yeah, the rest of the metagame is... I'm not going to get into it because you've probably already seen most of these decks. Mono Blue Spirits, Rakdos Sacrifice, Greasefang, Azorius Control. You know, all these decks are pretty stock standard, I would say. But yeah, I'm going to import... I'm going to import this real quick. Oh, wait, what am I missing for this deck? Oh, I'm missing Gigantha and more... Yeah, we'll just craft all of these. That's fine. All right. All right, but yeah, that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about for the interesting Explorer decks, and let's get into it. Let's test out Simon's Fires decks, or Simon's Fire deck, and we will get playing. This is actually a pretty strong hand. Battlefield Raptor. Sure, yeah. I'll just ramp here. I'm not super scared of what he can do. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Blue-white control? Blue-white auras? Well, I can just wipe his board right now. Favored Hoplite? Alright. Well, I'll just keep on ramping. How about that? Ooh. Alright. I think we're actually in a pretty good spot. Yo, what up? What you want, Charles? Bro, I don't have Rocket League. You're barking up the wrong tree, unfortunately, for that. Not really interested in Rocket League, man. I hate to say it. All right, so it looks like our opponent is on blue-white heroic. Not exactly the best deck, I would say, in the current meta, but it is a deck. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, this is a keepable hand. All right, you have a good day, man. Thank you for stopping by. Security bypass, huh? I mean, yeah, sure, that's fine. Illuminator Virtuoso. Yeah, I can already see I'm not going to win this one. Well, that is annoyingly frustrating. I feel like cutting the Frostbite is probably good, and putting in another Anger of the Gods might be worth it. We can ramp, which is good for us. And is what matters. All right. Favored Hoplite is annoying as hell. Just gonna keep on ramping. Because then I can Cavalier of Flame. Well, actually, I don't... Or, no, he could have Slip Out the Back. Hold on. I'm kind of hoping that he taps out all the way here. So now if he slips out the back... Oh, wow. God's willing. Didn't even think of that. So yeah, Pro Red. So he did have the protection spell, but he doesn't have enough to protect from Chandra here. Alright. Battle-wise, Hoplite is a solid card here. Think it's better just to... Oh, that's perfect. Alright, so we got our Cavalier of Flame. I mean, opponent can do as much as he wants with that Curious Obsession.
Guess you don't need me anymore.
All right. I don't think that there's a way for him to live this turn. I mean, Shore Up's definitely not going to do it. And God's willing, well... Sure. All right. Good game. All right. So what is our opener here? This opener is actually very strong. Even if our opponent is going first, we can technically take the play back from him. Ooh, Lair of the Hydra. That is an interesting one. With Cleansing Wildfire targeting Cascading Cataracts. And if he's not going to give me any targets to stomp, I think it's better just to Cleansing Wildfire now. Oh, we can have a turn 4 fires. Sick. Root-bound Crag. I think it is probably just better to go for the turn 4 fires now, but not commit to anything immediately. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty solid. So we can go Karn, grab Sky Sovereign now. Immediately play it. And then next turn, we can go Cavalier, Fable, Karn +1, Sky Sovereign. Yeah, this should just be game here, I think. Or close to game. If he goes for the beast here, I can clear it. He might just be going for the card here. Ooh, life. So 12, so I deal 14, so he'd be down to 9. Yeah, let's just spend this, this treasure token. There's no real reason to hold on to it. Glorybringer. So he can clear Karn. And he can also kill the Goblin Shaman. But he's leaving himself vulnerable to the Cavalier of Flame. Yeah, he's just still dead here, isn't he? Yeah, okay. So we're going up against a Gruul big mana deck. I don't think Frostbite is going to help here very much, nor is Anger of the Gods. So maybe siding in the Robbers could do some work? We are going second as well, which is something to keep in mind. Wow, this is one of the few bricks that this deck has. Okay, we can work with this. It's not a good one, though. But actually, mulliganing helps us. Okay, turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Interesting. Turn 2 Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So the question is, do I just try to run through it with... I think it's probably better just to Bone Crusher the Goblin. But I should have definitely kept in the Angers. Wow, this dude just completely switched to an elf ball strategy. I definitely should have kept in the Angers. Yeah, I'm just drawing dead here. So yeah, we're cutting the Robbers. We're gonna put in the Angers. This is super close, but considering that he's playing elves, okay, this is much better. I can keep this hand. So we can go Darksteel, Mountain, Wildfire, a Darksteel. So that way we immediately have Anger online. If he tries to just, oh my lord. if he just tries to ball out. Clothis. Huh. Love struck beast. Well, we can ditch the two fables here. And hopefully get a better draws. Clothis is actually presenting a very realistic clock, which I do not like in the slightest. Another love struck beast. I'm gonna have to deal with this somehow. Ah! That actually super helps out. So we go fires into Cavalier. We probably have to trade the Cavalier here for one of the love-struck beasts. But he can't attack with the human. We can Chandra +1. Or no, we might just have him lethal next turn, depending on what he does. Goose. That is annoying as hell. I think I'm way too short here.
You and I are gonna take him out.
Cause I can do this.
Stop, drop, and roll won't help you, buddy.
Alright, that's fine. I don't know why I did that twice. That was dumb of me. I'm basically riding on whatever this top deck is. Or no, he just... No. Lair for 1 does not do it. Oh, because of the love struck beast. Okay, that's actually really smart. Shit. Ah. Yeah, I was just super dead there. Like, that really sucks. Like, I lost that second game because I completely sideboarded wrong, but I didn't know what he was going to have. Alright. Wow, this ain't it, dog. Okay, this is definitely it, though. I don't want to put away the Frostbite just yet, because it might be relevant. But I definitely want to put away one of the Anger of the Gods, just to see... Just to double check. So, Swamp... Knight of the Ebon Legion. Okay, yeah, Frostbite immediately relevant. Rakdos. With the Blood Tithe Harvester. We'll just go ahead and stomp the Harvester and say go. I imagine this is probably Rakdos aggro? Liliana of the Veil.
And you think you can win?
Sure.
We all have things we'd rather.
All right, then. Soren, too. Huh.
I bring order to this broken world.
Sure.
I bring my own.
All right.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I will not loot another friend.
All right. So we can kill Liliana here. And also nug Soren for 3. A Haunted Ridge, huh?
My secrets. Very well.
activating Castle Lochthwain, so he's got nothing. Let's go. So Sky Sovereign is actually going to clear... Yeah. Sky Sovereign will clear both of his creatures.
Awaken.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
I won't let this be over.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
All right. I'm actually in a really good spot here. Knight of the Ebon Legion is super annoying, though.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous heart.
I mean, this might be Croxa. Sure. No blocks.
Will not be
Yeah, take Karn down to 1. That's fine. Ah, Bone Crusher Giant on the Karn.
greater battles to fight.
Yep, that's fine. All right. Sure. All right. So our opponent is red-black. Good stuff. Which I think we can deal with pretty handily. All right. This is actually a really, really good keep. Blood Tithe Harvester. I think taking the play back is more important than clearing this Harvester right now. I mean, it's a bolt to the face, but it's still not the worst. So I can Chandra the Harvester. I think it's probably just better to stomp the Harvester now and save Chandra for as another piece of removal later. So we can Karn here. I think it's probably better just to Fable now and clear out this other Fable in my hand and maybe the Soken's on. But I really don't feel like committing too much to the board right now. Cut down. That is a weird... Well, not super weird. So Soren... Yeah, bobbing here is probably the best idea. Fatal Push. Okay. I think it's probably safer just to clear the Soken's on and the extra Fable. Okay, yeah, rewarded. So we go Fires here. We Cavalier. Immediately clear Soren. The best thing is that he can't Fatal Push the Cavalier of Flame no matter what he does. Although Angrath's Rampage sucks for me. So he can Fatal Push the Fable. It's probably better just to, like, Chandra here, +1, see if I can rip another Cavalier. And rip that Fable out of his hands. Okay, Bone Crusher is pretty good. Yeah, we'll just hard cast a Bone Crusher here. That's fine. I'd rather him Fatal Push a land than Reflection. Although the fact that he's ready to use that Fatal Push on... Yeah, he had a removal spell. Okay. Although that means Din's now not really in play anymore. Because Din just trades with Reflection. I can clear the token pretty much any way that I want. Alright, we'll deal damage. We'll go Karn here. We will Combustible Cure Hulk. He's got to let me have these cards. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Okay, well, this... I'm still a little off-put by the overall composition of this deck. Ooh, Weatherlight completed. That's wonderful. Like, I think that Simon's Fires deck overall, it's a very interesting build. The main deck Angers and the Frostbite, I definitely think have merit in the current what am I trying to say? The current metagame, especially with it being primarily Rakdos and Greasefang dominated. Terror of the Peaks, I'm still, like, wondering why he has this in here. Mostly because it just feels like a pretty garbage card for having Ward pay 3 life. And then the sideboard, I think changes I would personally make is cut the red cap melee, cut a Robber of the Rich or 2, and then probably put in more redundancy for your artifacts. But overall, it's like, it's a pretty solid deck, I think. Hey Bear, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just going over some of the historic decks from Worlds. I'm in the Discord if you want to chat.
Yo, what up, man?
Yo, yo. Just trying to get back into gold, probably.
Shit. Dude, you know what I did today, bro?
What'd you do?
I did 2 things. One, I got the weirdest game I think I found so far to run finally. It is called Hooligans Storm Over Europe.
Oh my god, you're gonna make me look this up, aren't you? Alright, this is a okay keep. It's not a good one.
What's your hand? What do we got?
We're
Mountain, wildfire,
playing.
giant. Ooh, alright.
Yeah, we're playing
One land hand. We're
fires
going ballsy.
again. No, we had a 2-lander. We had cascading cataracts in a mountain.
Ah, nice. I didn't even see it. Good shit.
Yeah. So our opponent is on some sort of Teamer Yorian deck.
Probably.
There's no way that he's not running basics. We'll just keep thinning our deck. Alright. Wonderful. 5 lands on turn 3. I am the ramp deck.
Oh, that one's the land's indestructible, right?
Yes.
How does
That
that
is
work?
why that Cleansing Wildfire works.
Sick.
I mean, I've talked to you about this is a new variation of the deck that I'm or this is the Worlds deck that somebody brought in.
Nice.
So I'm just trying it out.
Yeah, but the game is basically a real-time strategy game, but with British football hooligans, and and you got and you gotta like move around and get them to the stadium. It's like the dumbest shit.
Could just go Chandra Karn. Question is, what would I grab? Probably.
Wow, no manga updates? Fucking lame.
Probably Golos, honestly, is what I would immediately grab. Oh, he's playing the Teamer deck! Oh, shit!
Already.
Graph Digger's Cage, then. Okay.
Crap diggers cage.
No, so this guy is playing Teamer Transmogrify. I have just lost the game.
No way, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what?
Yeah. The, deck's nuts.
Dude, wait, wait, what, that was the red card, right?
Yeah.
I called years ago that card would be insane in something. Holy shit. It is so right to feel vindicated.
You will not threaten this world.
Okay. No, I have not lost the game. Okay.
Just barely hanging in there.
Well, A, Graph Digger's Cage shuts down Transmogrify. B, the Rhino Warrior 4/4. Now it's a 5/7? Are you fucking with me? Ugh.
Wow.
It would have traded with Bone Crusher Giant, but now he can't. Now he can't use. Wow, he double hit Titan of Industry. Holy shit. Yeah, Graph Digger's Cage stops Transmogrify at this point.
Ah. Yeah, I'd say just keep slamming Cavaliers down, man.
So 7, 8, 9, 10. He needs to clear. Well, what was in the list? Hold up, because I'm almost positive this is a match that would have happened.
Just send 5 at the Planeswalker and hold the Cavalry back.
I mean, I'd rather deal damage.
No, I mean that works
Yeah.
then. Oh yeah, that's right, because you have another card in hand.
Yeah.
So you got nothing
A
to
Crow
lose,
in
pretty
War, going after Cavalier of Flame. Okay. If he attacks, he's dead. Hold up.
much. Mm-hmm. Is it till an end of turn, take control?
It's until a Crow in War leaves the battlefield.
Oh, jeez, that's annoying.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. Oh my god, he got his combo off turn, like, on the exact turn.
Jesus, dude.
Or no, I'm 1 point off. Holy shit. No, it's fine. Because next turn I slam down Terror of the Peak and just kill him.
Yep. Yeah, there's not really anything you can do.
I'm trying to think here. What would keep him alive at this point? He could cycle a Shark Typhoon. A Braid would just kill the Bone Crusher Giant. Make Disappear would be the absolute worst for him to have. Okay, Eskia's Chariot, that's fine. It doesn't matter how I do this, because if he has Make Disappear, then with the Casualty, he can stop me from activating Cavalier of Flame. I gotta try it. Oh my god. Does he have a Braid then?
No.
Okay, thank god.
You're playing against... Who do you think you're playing against?
So...
You're playing against, like, the Magic community. They don't have brains for shit.
Frostbite... I gotta keep Frostbite in, but Anger of the Gods... So what did this dude have in his sideboard? He had Aether Gust, he had... No, I want to keep in Anger of the Gods, because he can now transmog into a Hornet Queen. You know what? That's probably fine. Gotta mulligan that. Shit.
Oh, fucking rip.
Wait, this is actually okay.
What a fucking moron.
This dude
Saw
only
this.
ran one basic in his list.
Yep.
Okay, this is actually fine.
This man said, got my first credit card today, God is good, and then his bank account negative $800,069,000.
Yikes.
That's fucked. Oh my god.
Okay, Courier's Briefcase is scary.
Oh, the squirrel token thingy, right? No, that's the...
No.
That's not the chariot.
No, it's Briefcase, it's not Chariot. I can just point these at him. So he should only have an island, if this is the exact same list.
Okay.
Yep. This is card for card the same list.
That's lame. Wow.
Well, I'm doing the same thing technically, so
You net decking losers, dude.
Keck W. Omen of the Sea, draw 2, or scry 2, draw 1, sure. Enjoy being time walked. Really enjoy being time walked.
Wait, time walked? What the hell?
So I'm technically time walking him because he does not have any more basics to fetch.
Oh, okay. So you're just screwing him out of turns, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm screwing him out of being able to develop his board.
Okay. Yeah, kill is green.
So we'll do Field of Ruin. Well, he doesn't have any... The only mana ramp that he have is, yeah, Careful Cultivation. So we'll do... Another Omen. Okay, that's fine. The thing is that the courier's briefcase is a treasure, so I also need to find a way to get rid of that.
Makes sense.
All right, but we should be good to start now, technically speaking. I am just shitting on this dude's day.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a counter for that, does he? He's just kinda out.
Well, I've hit 3 of my 8 land destruction spells. And we'll just frostbite the token, stop that bleeding. All right, your go. All right, well, Fires of Invention. We will Terror here. So that way we can Fable Cavalier, activate Cavalier a bunch, and then just kill him on the spot. Oh, he's at 4 mana though. That's a little scary. Okay, so we'll do Fable first. Abrading the token, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because then we do Cavalier. But I'm pretty sure he's dead here, because 6... He gets hit for 6. Yeah. Whoo! Man, I love open deck lists. Huh. Okay. Okay. I've only been streaming for an hour and a half, but I think after that, I think I am good for the night.
You're already exhausted at that point. How
Well,
many wins you had so far?
I only lost once today. Let's see here. All decks. 3-1 for the day.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Good shit.
My only loss was against a red-green aggro deck that I just sort of sideboarded in against poorly. Alright. Alright, I will call it a night then. As usual, these streams are very short, mostly because they are after work and whatnot. Tomorrow will probably be another Magic the Gathering stream for however long I can do. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. I will send you over to Diz. Take care, everybody. There we go.